Everyone, this is the 2P online tutorial class. We have an example to that effect. Looking at this particular question, I will ask you in this question, this is just a very simple question. The question is saying that you have to find it's an example question. It's an example question. The question is saying find the focus and the directories of the parabola y square is equals to 16x. Looking at this question, from here I am asked to find a parabola, in as much as here is not even negative. It has already mentioned the type of parabola format it is. So the parabola format of this particular question is this type, that it is this particular type that we have mentioned. So now the interest of the question is, what is the focus? That is my f. I don't know what my f is. That's what the question is asking me to find. And they're also asking me to find the what? The directories. So to find these directories of this question, we are saying that we are supposed to have this space. So this point now, this is which is going to be, don't forget that this has always been our point of what? This is our point of P, which is x comma y. This is our point of M. So this point of M now, we want to look at what is the directories here. So now, in this case, let's compare. Let's compare y square is equals to 16x with, because you are going to be comparing them, that's why you should know the form of the particular parabola question given to you, with y square is equals to 4ax. In this case now, we're going to have here as 4ax is equals to 16x. X cancel x, we're having here as 4a is equals to 16. Then what is a now? A is equals to 4. And if a is 4, that means the focus here, this focus now, is actually saying 4, 0. And if here is 4, 0, remember what we said. So we are saying that this distance here, the distance here is equals to this. So by the directories now, we are saying that our directories of this form, which has always been x to be equals to minus b, and sorry, x equals to minus a. So in that case, we are going to have it as x here, directories now will now be equals to minus 4. So that is the directories of this particular question. Knowing fully well that we are saying x when we are dealing with y square is equals to 4ax, or y square is equals to minus 4ax. But in the case of x and what? X and x equals to 4by, and x squared is equals to what? And 4by. We are not saying our directories now in this case. Our directories in this case will no longer be x. So the directories will now be what? And will be y. That is what we are trying to explain in this particular question. Now, moving forward, let's solve one more example as regards to this. So we are having this example. Let's have this example question also. The example question, this example question to this particular question. The example is saying that we have to find the question. Let's find the equation of the parabola whose vertex is the origin, whose focus is the point f, which is now, let's just use 5, 0 as the case may be. So we are finding the equation of the parabola whose vertex is the origin, whose focus is the point 5, 0. Well, the question should not be, this is in as much as you can see here, the focus is 5, 0. You can see it, focus 5, 0. The vertex is 0, 0. Definitely to solve this question, I know definitely what this one means, what this indicates. Assuming this vertex is 0,5, definitely I know it is this type. But now that the vertex is showing 5,0, that definitely it means if I'm to sketch this out, I am going to have it being placed like this. This point is my focus, which is now 5,0. Now this line here, if I introduce a line here, a line that is passing through the focus and it's also perpendicular to the axis of symmetry, that line now is what we refer to as the latus rectum. So now, to answer this question, find the equation of the parabola whose vertex is the origin. My V here is the 0,0. We all know that. So to solve this question, the question does not need too much of a problem to solve. So I already know the format that for this type of parabola, it is y squared is equals to 4ax. So to find the equation, my a here is 5. So where a is equals to 5. So we have y squared is equals to 4 into bracket 5, then what? X. So y squared is equals to 20x. I'm interested in solving questions, but I need you to understand the diagrams so that whenever you see questions, you can easily interpret these questions and sketch them and identify, because when you understand the diagrams, it assists you better in interpreting the questions and right. That is exactly why I am doing all of this, to show you the true picture of the question that you are about to solve. I will still solve 2 other questions before I conclude this video. So I will still be making videos on the tangent and normal to a parabola, because we have a tangent and normal to a parabola just the same way we have the tangent and normal to ellipse, we have the tangent and normal to hyperbola. So in my subsequent videos, I will still be making videos on each of those ones. So but today I am dealing majorly on the equations of the parabola, exactly, which is what I've just done. So when we say that the equation of a parabola, we are talking about the y squared equals to 4ax, y squared is equals to minus 4ax, x squared is equals to 4by, and x squared is equals to minus 4by. So let's solve other example questions as regards to this particular question. So like I said, before solving other examples as regards to this, I would also like to have a situation whereby the vertex of the parabola y squared, which is equals to 4ax, is also translated to the point x1 y1, and such point that we are discussing there, we are seeing it as a format that it is actually equidistant from the corresponding parabola. In that case, we know we have it. What I'm trying to explain out is that we know that the y squared, which is equals to 4ax, that's what we have. Now if we translate this particular format to be at, that means what I mean by at x1 y1, this x1 y1 is the vertex. That means it is no longer at its origin. It is no longer at its origin, as the case of this. So in that case, we are going to have this particular format to be written as y minus y1 all square to be equals to 4a into bracket x minus x1. This particular equation is what we refer to as the canonical form. This is exactly what we refer to as this canonical form. Definitely you should know that I am dealing with it as y squared is equals to 4ax. Definitely you should be able to write others all by yourself. Now let's now have a question. Let's have a question to explain this particular canonical form of the equation I just explained. I will have a question there quickly. So I have a question that says, is an example question that says, yes, let me have the, okay, let's have this, okay, I'm trying to get this particular question. Okay, I'm going to have find the equation of the parabola of the parabola with focus. Okay, let me have it as f, which is 5,4. Okay, and directrix, which is, directrix is equals to what? Directrix is equals to 3. Let's have the directrix as 3 here. So definitely directrix is actually x. X equals to 3. So we are saying that find the equation of the parabola with focus 5,4 and directrix 3. That means I'm saying x equals to 3. So now, in this case, like I said, I have my A already. The A has already defined what I need. This is the focus. So it means that the curve, I know the way the curve should look like. I know definitely the way the curve should look like. So with this focus. So solution to this problem, it simply means that I'm going to have it this way. I have here as my y. I have here as my x. So if I have here as 1, 2, 3, and what? And 4. So I can have here, let's place this focus here. As the focus at this point now should be 5,4. The meaning of 5,4 is my f, meaning that it is not at the origin. This is not showing at the origin. That I have it as x. So this curve, the curve will be something like this. So from what you can see from the question of the parabola, you can see that we said the focus is as 5,4. So if the focus is as 5,4, I've been able to sketch this place as 5. Then we have here as what now? As 4. So if I'm to show this carefully, I'm going to have the curve to be drawn in this manner. It's going to be drawn in this particular manner. And if it is drawn in this particular manner, so I can have this straight line here. So this point here, I'm going to call this point my point V. And this is going to be my point V. So introducing this here, okay, let me just change this particular point here to be like my 5 here. So I'm going to have my 5,4, because this is going to be, this point now is my focus. My focus is showing 5,4. And if this is showing 5,4, then I can as well have this place. I can as well have this as my P of x, y. This is my P of x, y. So here can be my directrix. Okay, we are told that the directrix is 3. So that is x is 3. So let's place this place as 3. So we have here, if I draw this line down, so we have x here to be 3. So we have here as 3, y. That is this one. That is the x here. So x is 3. Directrix is 3. Then we have this. So I've been able to sketch this out carefully. So we asked to find the equation of the parabola. And when you are asked to find the equation of the parabola, knowing fully well that this question is not coming, it's not at the origin, it's not passing through the origin as we expected the vertex to be. Now we have to leave this question in this format called the canonical form. That's the format. So let's find the vertex of this question as the equation. Now I have been able to say that the canonical format of this, now I'm going to say that, okay, like I said, this is the canonical form of this question. So we are going to leave this particular question in its canonical form. That's what I'm going to leave it as. So let's quickly solve the question out. Solving this question out, remember I will label this place as my n, which is always what we have been doing. We're going to have it as my pm all square is equals to my pf all square. Pm all square means we are saying your x minus 3 all square, y minus y is 0, is equals to x minus 5 all square plus y minus 4. Or I'm going to have it as, let's have it this way. So I'm going to have it as x squared minus 6x plus 9 to be equals to x squared plus 10x, okay, minus 10x plus 25 plus y square minus 8y plus 16. If I look at this question carefully, definitely this x square here will cancel this x square. So I'll be having x square cancel x square. Let's try as mentioned, this is out already. So I'm going to bring everything here to this other side. So like I said, we're having here, so this one becomes, let's bring everything here to the other side. See, this is out. So we're going to have y square minus 8y minus 10x plus 6x plus 25 plus 16 minus 9 is equals to 0. So with this, we're going to have y square minus 8y minus 4x plus 32 is equals to 0. So remember, this is now the equation, but we want to leave it in this form of canonical form. Always leave your question in this form. So leaving it in this form, we have to do a little bit of mathematics there, which is what we are familiar with. So I'm going to write as y square, which is, I want my y separate and my x separate. So y square minus 8y to be equals to 4x minus 32. Now, I want to write it out in this way. So all I need to do, I will solve this part of this as, this is the incomplete form of a quadratic equation. So I will make it complete. So what is the complete form of this now? The complete form of this is saying y square minus 8y plus half of the coefficient of this. That means when we say that is half of the coefficient of minus 8 all square is equals to 4x minus 32. If you take the whatever you add to the right, to the left, you do to the right. So, and this is saying minus 4 square. And minus 4 square is what now? That is plus what now? Plus 16 here. So this will give me, this is minus 8 over 2. Minus 8 over 2 is minus 4. So we're going to have here as y minus 4 all square to be equals to 4x minus 16. Well, if you expand this, you will get this. If you expand this, you are going to get the whole of this back. So with what I've just explained out here, I will have y minus 4 all square is equals to 4 into bracket x minus 4. Now, this now, I want to use this to obtain the vertex, which is the v. So what will be the vertex now? Definitely I know that if I compare this with this, my minus y1 in this case is equals to minus 4. So that means this means my y1 is 4. While comparing this with this, so I'm having this point now as my minus x1 is equals to minus 4. Cancel this, my x1 is equals to 4. So now the vertex in this question, my vertex v, my vertex which is v is actually 4, 4. So that means this point here is 4, 4. Now the question now is that definitely it simply means that the distance from here to here is 0. So this focus only moved by 1 centimeter forward. That means it is 4 plus 1 that gave us this. We can actually show that too actually. That means if you want to show that, we can actually show that. How do we arrive at 5? Because from y squared is equals to 4ax now, we should be able to arrive at how we got 5. So you can actually go ahead and try that particular method and see how this is being this is being done. So it simply means that from here to here. So that means for us to get this focus now, the focus here is saying that the value of v here, which is 4 plus a, that is the meaning. It is f is equals to 4 plus a, and that is exactly what you have at this particular point. And if you observe that, if that's the reason why you have the directories here to be what? To be 3. You're having directories here to be 3, which is same thing with what I've just explained here. So as far as this question is concerned, so let's also look at other examples as regards to this particular question. So like I said, that we have this vertex to be 4, and I was trying as much as possible to tell you that you can actually go ahead and know why this space is 5. This is 5 is not, the reason is not far-fetched, because if you look at what we have here, if you remember that our y square, in this case now, if you compare it with this, if you compare it with what we have here, you observe that this space is 4a, and if here is 4a and what I'm having here is 4, so we can as well say that my 4a is equals to 4. So what's the value of a now? A is equals to 4 over 4, which is equals to 1. That's what we're having here. So that means the a here is what now? A is also the distance from here to here. So considering this distance from here to here, the distance from here to here is actually 4, and the distance from here to this particular place is what now? Is 1. So 4 plus 1 is what is giving us this place to be what? To be 5. That is why we have this particular point to be what now? To be 5. That's why I said that my f now is f plus what? 4 plus a, and that a is 1, and that 1 is what now? 4 plus 1, which is equals to what now? To 5. So I'll also be showing you how we obtain the directories to be what now? To be 3. So if you look at this carefully, you observe that this directories to be 3 is just very simple, that we are saying that if our vertex is 4, then we are saying that the directories is 4 minus 1. If you are to get the focus, we are saying the focus is v plus a. To get the directories when it is not at the original, we are saying that your x now is v minus a. And what is the v minus a now? Your v now is saying, that's the vertex now, is saying your x is equals to 4 minus 1. And 4 minus 1 is saying x is equals to what? Is equals to 3. Exactly what you are supposed to have in order to solve this particular problem. So these are the important things that you need to know as far as to solve questions that is regarding to equation of a parabola. Like I said, I obtain my vertex by writing out the canonical form of this equation. At this point, I only use a complete, this was given in its complete form. I wrote it out in its complete form. Then I had this. Having this, I was able to obtain my vertex from here. And my vertex will only assist me in writing out the focus, and as well to be able to write out the directories. How do we able to get the directories? And like I said, that the question has already been given as 5,4. So to show that it is actually 5,4, I needed you to know. That's why I said that my 4 from here, we had, by comparison, we have 4a here, and we have here as what now? As 4 point bracket x minus 4. So if you have 4a equals to 4, your a is 1. And if your a is 1, definitely you should be able to do that. So to get the directories, we are now saying if focus is v plus a, then your directories is v minus a. So you are able to get the directories as what now? X to be equals to what? To be equals to 3. So now we have one more example questions I'll also be solving. Okay, so we have a question here that says that write down the equation y squared minus 4y minus 12x plus 40 equals to 0 in its canonical form. And x find the vertex and the focus, then directories of the parabola. So let's try to resolve this into its canonical form. So we are going to have it as y squared minus 4y minus 12x plus 40 equals to 0. So this will give you y squared minus 4y is equals to 12x minus 40. So this will assist you in finding this as y square minus 4y is equals to, okay, let's have this like this. We are going to have it as, this is the incomplete form, so let's make it complete, as plus 1 over 2 to bracket minus 4 all square is equals to 12x minus 40 plus 4, because this is minus 4 over 2, and minus 4 over 2 will give you, that is minus 2 square, and minus 2 square is what? Minus 4. So you add it here, you also add it here to make it complete. So we're having it as y square minus 4y plus minus 2 all square is equals to 12x minus 36. So this will give you y minus 2 all square is equals to 12 to bracket x minus 3. So now, my vertex now, question number 1. If you have to compare it with this, because this will be my minus y is equals to minus 2. So that means we are having the vertex here. The vertex now, in this case, is 3, 2. That's the vertex. And if you have the vertex, I can actually show this. So if I'm to show this now, that means I have it as 3 and 2. So if we have it as 3 to 2, we have, maybe here is 3 and here is what? Here is 2. So we have it at this point. So this is my 3, this is my v, showing 3, 2. So now, this is the v, showing 3, 2 at this point here. So now, to now find the focus, remember, so to find the focus is very easy, just compare. That means I'm saying that my focus here is 4a is equals to 12. A here is, my a is actually, okay, let's just extend this a little bit like this. So our a is 3. So to find my focus now, my focus is, remember what I told you, my focus now is v plus a. And what is v? V in this case is 3, 2. So my v now, this will give you 3 plus 3, 2, which is 6, 2. So my focus now, my f here should be showing me 6, 2, as the case may be. So the same thing is also applicable if I am to now find the directrix. My directrix now, that is to find the directrix. The directrix is saying, I told you, you should also say v minus a. And what is my v minus a, as this case may be? The v minus a in this case is actually saying 3, v is 3, then minus 3. So my x in this case is equals to 0. So my directrix is on this line of x. This is the directrix now. So the directrix is here. So we have here as p of x, y, and this is my x. So that my value of x here, which is my directrix here, is what now? Is 0. So I only have the value of y. I do not have the value of x. So that will be all for now. So you can see the way questions has been answered. These are ways by which you answer questions as far as conic section